I'm still waiting for an intelligent question from this guy.
I'm waiting for the smart atheist question. It's going to hit us any minute now.
Let me answer it. No. I can answer this question. No.
You're there, man. You're there. Just understand you are there.
English language is what you want to come to church and you want to know about God.
Did he make that leap?
Yeah.
Do you know where languages came from? No. Do you want to come to church?
Oh no, yeah, gloss right over that.
Spirit, soul, whatever.
Yeah, that thing.
Details later. It's a huge risk that you're taking not believing in vampires because you don't put any garlic on your front door. Huge risk, pal.
Huge risk.
You have no idea what they can do to you if they get in.
All right, let's finish this Joker.
There's a big consequence because you didn't create yourself, and God said, "Well, I created you, and I created you for a purpose, to serve God and to love God and to love your brother."
Well, when he shows up, I'll be happy to have that conversation.
Since all it takes is a claim, I created you. Serve me.
Brothers and sisters and your neighbor as yourself, but you didn't do anything for me. And when God says, "What are you gonna say?" You're gonna be speechless. You're gonna have nothing to say. Well,
I will have loads.
Is that gonna work?
I got a couple, 3 things to say.
So you see, there's this huge consequences, and you
Stop looking at your penis.
You're weak, and one day you're gonna die, and it could be any day. Do you understand? Well, is there somebody?
No.
I don't know. Any
Really
day.
taking a long time.
You need to know God, and you need to get to know God now, before it's too late. So I hope this helps you in your understanding, and seek God.
Threats always help.
Not one little bit did this help.
Jesus Christ, Father, I personally saw God. I'm a scientific person,
No, you're not.
And I can tell you, God, He's been proving Himself to me so much I cannot deny at all. And I've seen heaven, and I saw angels, and a lot of the people, when I tell them that they think I'm crazy or something.
Yeah, I bet they do. You've escaped.
You answered your own question.
They think I'm crazy. Yeah.
I just asked God daily for like 2-3 months, and then God answered my prayers because I sought Him diligently. When you say God diligently, put in the effort.
Diligently? Is that a word?
Okay, just like the Bible.
I think he just made up a word.
I think he's trying to say diligently. But diligently.
Okay. Diligently. It's like delicious and diligent.
Deliciously.
How these people had to seek God and they found God. I did the same thing. And it's so true.
Okay, so what about the people who spent more time working harder and got nothing?
Hang on. Because this really pisses me off. I think we're venturing into the no true Scotsman fallacy. But
oh yeah, no true Christian, yeah.
I honestly sought what this guy is describing. I found nothing. What about you? Did you honestly seek?
I never sought anything harder. Nothing in my life that I put forward as much time and energy as I did finding the Christian God. And I got just as much reward from that as I got from Amun-Ra, Quetzalcoatl, and Allah. And I even, I spent days praying to many different gods right here in my kitchen. And I include the devil in that. I prayed the devil show up. Because apparently you get to be rich and you get to be famous. All you got to do is sell your soul.
Good at the sex.
Gladly sell my soul to the devil to be rich and famous. Funny thing, he never showed up.
You're not rich nor famous, are you?
I am far from both of those things.
Still good at the sex. Okay.
Well, even that is questionable.
Hey man, I'm trying to throw you some softballs here. Hit them when you can.
I can catch. That's how pathetic it is. So no. You're going to get, no matter what path you take, you're going to get equally nothing. And anything you get is going to be by chance, coincidence,
Yeah.
or the result of your own work.
I stopped. Initially, I sought specific names, deities, whatever, and eventually I was like, you know what? There's too many for me to go through each one, and so I stopped naming it. I was like, if you're real, bruv, please, 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 need to know. Don't care what your name is. Just real, need. And, for years I just got a busy signal or nothing.
I can completely relate to that. The last prayer I made was I I assumed all the gods that I had prayed to previously, they went to one. It was one I didn't know existed. We didn't have
Yeah.
a record. And so I did this sort of general, whatever God is real, this deistic sort of approach. Whatever one is real, if you have any interest in my personal life, just show up and you have a devoted follower for the rest of my existence. And I got the same answer as Amun Ra and Zeus and the devil. Nothing.
Yeah.
Dead silence.
Man. All right, let's see where this guy goes.
This Bible cannot lie. And God
Literally.
I'm actually sorry I hit play.
You should be. You should punish yourself. You have sinned.
I have sinned. I deserve to be lit on fire.
Wow, it can't lie. Because it says it can't lie.
Well,
Is there an actual verse, specific verse that says everything in this book is true?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm done trying to look for that shit.
I'm gonna Google that.
All right, let's see what happens next.
in the Bible in Genesis chapter.
Hang on, wait a minute. Read that for me, will you?
Genesis 6:3. And the Lord said, "My spirit shall not always strive with man, yet his days shall be 120 years." We've had people over 120 years, and we've had people less than 120 years. So he's like both on wrong, both on wrong accounts.
It's wrong all the time. Okay.
6 somewhere that he limited man's age to 120 years. Who can change that?
Well, so what you're saying? What? No, I'm I have to look it up. Oldest person ever.
Here we go, folks. Fact check live.
I gotta know if this guy's full of shites and Putin.
I guarantee he is, but I'm invested now.
Yep, I was right. 122 years old. French chick, Jean Calmet.
Well,
Boom.
she's French, and they tend to do whatever the hell they want. So
she wanted more than what God would give her. And
Evidently.
she's got it.
Evidently, yeah.
Well, I want more than what I've been given, and I'm not getting it.
So do I. Yeah, so do I.
So you're wrong. Evidence right there. Just Google it. Literally 5 seconds, and you got your answer.
So the answer to the question of who is greater than God is French chick.
French chick, Jean Calmet. Yep.
All right.
Over 120. If God said I'm going to limit it,
Yes, you can.
You know, we're creation. We're not the creator. So don't act like God. You know, humble yourself. Say like, man, I don't really know, man. I can die now. You can die any moment. You should be worried. Where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go? Are you really going to hellfire? Do you really love later? I don't believe that. Well, you're gonna find out then, because I found out that there is really hell. God's like, God, you said there's hell, man. Show me. And God literally showed me right on my face.
Right all over my face.
Dude, I really think he was involved in a gangbang with some homeless people or something.
And drugs. It was drugs and a gangbang. And
God literally showed me right over my face.
Oh, thank you for that image.
Yes. Okay. Of knowing Jesus Christ. And it's much blessed because he loves you. He loves that he gave his only begotten son, Jesus Christ, to die for your sins so you can be cleansed and enter into the kingdom.
Okay, so here's the thing I have with that.
Yeah, no, I think I know where you're going, but please.
So he sacrificed his only begotten son, but his son is him. So the question I have is Jesus dead? And the answer is no, he's alive. Okay, if he's alive, he didn't die. No, he did die. Okay, well, if he died and he sacrificed, he can't come back because then that's not a sacrifice. Can't sacrifice your weekend for someone. A sacrifice is permanent. If you say, I'm going to sacrifice $1 million to give to a charity, but the stipulation is if I give it to a charity, then I'm going to get another $1 million. So I haven't actually lost anything. That's not a sacrifice.
Yeah, it's just...
And by the way, crucifixion was common. Lots of people were crucified. It's not like he had a special crucifixion where he was like on a hill.
Oh, no.
On a magical hill all by himself where all the poor crucified
Well, no,
people
he had two people with him,
illusions.
right? Yeah, there were two people. There were two people on that hill with him. It's
It
probably
depends
like
on which version of which story you read. One there was one there was none, one there was two, one there was 75, or blah, blah, blah.
You know what I really like? You know what I really like is that he was, depending on which version again, like he was crucified because he was a heretic and claiming to be God, and nobody loved him, and like everybody hated him and stuff like that. And yet they afforded this person that they hated, reviled, and thought was lying and deceitful and blasphemous a tomb, which was reserved for like respected individuals that died. So they gave like something worse than the common criminal a respected burial.
Maybe his followers put the tomb on layaway.
Yeah, sure.
And slowly paid it off over time. They paid interest, obviously, but it wasn't outright.
Like, there's nothing about the story that fucking makes sense. Whatever. Okay, let's.
Thanks, dude, for bringing that back up.
We got like what, 6 seconds?
Understand. So I hope you take my advice seriously.
No.
Open your eyes.
Get on black.
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, so these are.
All right. So yeah. What do you think?
What were the questions again?
I don't know. I don't
remember any questions.
It was something about languages, Tower of Babel, nonsense word vomit.
There's babbling going on here.
A lot of babble. But evidently those were questions even smart atheists can't answer. And I think I figured out why. Is because he's crazy and they don't make sense.
Or that he's asking a question. I don't even remember any questions. And he didn't preface anything with a question or finish it with a question.
Yeah, no, just believe or hellfire. And, death, punishment. Horrible. And
I appreciate the threat.
Homeless person came on my face. And yeah.
I'm sure you had a lovely time. I didn't get that kind of treatment. Otherwise, I might still be a believer.
Well, the problem is you weren't an altar boy. That's the real problem.
You're right. I wasn't. Were you?
I actually was too busy to be one. Thank the non-existent gods. So yeah, I had the opportunity, and thankfully, I just didn't have time. I was involved in other things that didn't end in sexual abuse.
Well, that's where you made your first mistake.
Probably. I should have just taken that on the chin, so to speak, for God.
This is great. I want to thank this guy for putting so much of his time into taking away ours.
Yeah, well, made me laugh.
There was a lot of this. You can tell by the way he finished. He started to get really amped up at the end, and
I think
frustrated that
I think he genuinely believes. I really do. I think he genuinely believes. But
That's too bad.
you know, maybe he'll come back to reality at some point in time and figure out, God's not real.
Possible.
Maybe not, and he'll continue letting homeless people
Drug him
show him heaven and hell on his face.
a good time.
Well, maybe they're not all homeless. Maybe they're preachers involved or random congregation members. I don't know. Maybe this is something he does with his friends, and maybe that's why they stick around, because he's willing to subject himself to these treatments. So, I don't know. I love that all of the questions have answers, and or at least the questions that I could identify that he had, like where do languages come from and stuff like that, and none of it's but God though,
Jesus did that, yeah.
or evolution or common ancestry. It's like
Jesus did that.
evidently. So yeah, I don't know,
That's
man.
what the Bible says, and it's always right. So
Evidently, that's the point. Fucking.
thank you, dude.
Yeah. Do you have anything else for this one?
No, I think he sucked everything out of my orifices that I'm willing to part with.
Just remember, all over his face. All over his face. All right, man. I will on to the next one.